Do you guys remember the hotel I stayed in recently? FountainHead Resort. Remember the hotel where I took a swim, I had a shower, I ate all the food? Remember that hotel? Yeah, remember that video? Yes. I happened to be put through to a call with the owner, and coincidentally, he's coming to London this weekend, and we agreed to meet. He's actually landed in London today from Canada. He's on a business trip, so we've managed to fix a meeting. I just want to get to know him, like what inspired him, how did he manage to build such a facility in a car land, and I'm sure you guys want to know too. So stay tuned, watch this video to the end, and let's meet Mr. Collins together. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for meeting up.
Thank you.
So to start off, obviously I know your name, but there is something powerful about someone saying their own name.
That's right.
So, what is your name?
Actually, my name is Ngozi Chukwu Collins Melekwe.
Ngozi Chukwu Collins Melekwe.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, what's the meaning of Ngozi Chukwu?
Ngozi Chukwu is a blessing, blessing from God.
Okay. Tell us, how was your growing up?
I grew up in Agbor. Then it was a car local government. So I was born in Agbor. I was born in the early 70s, And I'm born into a family of Chief D.A.C. Melekwe. I'm the 7th child of the family. My dad has 4 boys and 4 girls.
Oh wow, 7th child. I'm considered I'm 7 out of 7 as well.
That's a good one, So maybe that's why we're meeting.
Yeah. In terms of growing up, maybe share some childhood memories. What do you kind of remember? Did you maybe grow up like always playing, happiness, or?
Yeah, I grew up in a very happy family. My dad and my mom, we grew up in a very stable family. My dad in Ika was considered a very successful man.
Okay.
He had couples of business, a businessman, and he was part of the owners of Ika Guest House.
Okay.
And growing up, I knew he taught us about discipline, he taught us about love, and he taught us about focus. That everything about life should be about looking up to God. That even if men disappoint you, God will never disappoint you. I grew up knowing that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is pray. Okay. And the last thing you do before you sleep is also pray.
Okay.
So all our life was surrounded with God and faith. That with God, everything is possible. Okay. And I have a very loving mom that is still alive today.
Oh wow!
And she's still head of our family.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's really, really good. So would you say that love, that discipline, that focus that was instilled by your father and your growing up, would you say that's what has carried you up to now?
Yeah, that has carried me. Although growing up, I kind of turned the black sheep of the family.
Okay.
But knowing that the basic of one's family never depart from him. So I later on knew that the path of my father should be something I should pursue, discipline and love. And that is what I'm doing. I'm doing everything by the fear of God. I'm going legit in everything you do. That's the only way to survive.
Okay, that's really interesting. So there was a point you felt that you almost kind of took a detour.
Yeah, when I was in the university, I kind of diverted a little bit by peer group and about the circumstance of the country.
Oh, okay.
When I graduated from the university in Ekpoma, there was no job. I served in Bauchi State, and there was no job. So the only thing I knew about was to leave the country. While my other friends were doing all kind of illegal thing. And as a young man, there was only one thing to do, thinking about survival. But the family's upbringing was still there. So no matter what I was doing, I still remembered my family name, that I should uphold it. But after some time, I realized that fundamental teaching, that you hold on to it, and that is what is keeping me alive today, being a Christian. And right now I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a deacon of my church, also my church board chairman, and I'm also a JP, a Justice of Peace. So with all these basic surrounding the birth of Christ and surrounding Christianity, I have no option but than to live a true Christian life.
Wow, that's really, really fantastic. I stayed in your hotel not too long ago. What inspired that hotel?
Okay, what inspired that hotel is still back to my childhood days. Growing up, my father has a very strong feelings and love for his community. Like as you know, I'm from Oweke. My father is from Oweke, and he had love for his community. So, and he had this, in growing up, front of my house was a car guest house, you know. So, knowing that there was the only thing a man can do is bringing development to his place. And due to the fact that I'm not living there, I have to build something to impart my people. So, as it stands right now, FountainHead is a place that we have staffs like at nearly about 100 staffs working in FountainHead. 100 staff. So, and we intend to do more for our community. When I mean we, it's like myself and my wife. Okay. Is your wife from the same place as well? No, my wife is from Edo State, from Orinigbe. Okay. But she's part and parcel of everything I do. Of everything, okay, so you do it hand in hand. So you share the vision of, you know... Yeah, she saw my vision, like what is written in the Bible. The man has the vision, the wife is the supporting personality, and she's very supporting wife. Okay. Yeah. So amongst many other things you could have done, I mean, there could have been any other type of business. Why did you choose a hotel or a resort? Yeah, you know, with life, we have a lot of vision, a lot of things we want to do. Yeah. Given the opportunity, I want to do a lot in my community. But starting point is this: I want a place that is sustainable, that where people can come and stay and see the community. When they come and see the community, it will attract development, it will attract investment. So when they are settled, we can now think of other things like factory and industry and hospitals. You know, but right now we want people to come see that there's a place called Oweke, where people can come and stay, relax, and enjoy themselves. Okay, it's really fantastic because I mean, a few years ago, I would say personally, I'm from the same area as well, from Ekaland, and I would say I definitely struggled to find somewhere to stay if I wanted to go to a hotel. In fact, I remember not too long ago, I used to even maybe go to Asaba to stay in a hotel there, and I would just commute 30 minutes because there was hardly any decent hotel to stay. So you're definitely feeling a gap there. So my question now is, many times they say, oh, if you want to do something back home, people will attack you, they don't want you to do it. In trying to establish that facility there, what are some of the challenges you experienced? Yeah, so I would say I actually experienced any challenges. I've always loved my community. I've always loved being an Owaman and an Ekama. So love supersedes everything. Okay. So because of the love I have, I won't say I faced any challenge. Because the only challenge I faced was coming home and my friends visiting. There's no place to stay. Okay. So that gap has to be filled. Like I did my mom's birthday one time and my friends came around. There was no hotel. It was a shameful thing that they were coming from Bini and Agbor, and the purpose of coming was because they wanted to come to Ikala, and there was no hotel there. So since the building of FountainHead, we could see that a lot of things have happened. It gives me great joy knowing that people don't go to Asaba or Benin when they have activity in Agbor. They stay back to do their thing. So there's no need coming from Asaba. There's no need. And it reduces the risk of traveling and it brings family together. So we now since the opening of FountainHead, and I see a lot of great Ika people that I didn't know that come from far and wide just to visit their family, and they stay in FountainHead. And it gives me a lot of joy. That's fantastic. So there will be many young people watching this video now. What would you say to that young African watching this video? Okay, what I would say to an average man in diaspora is this. It's good working abroad. But when you're working, there's no place like home. And it's so much joy that we bring most money back from the West down to Nigeria. So when you develop something, no matter how small it is, it cuts that gap of you sending money back home. Let your money make money for you back home. So the ability of sending money will be reduced, and you're creating job facilities. No matter how small it is, it's good to bring something back home to do. By so doing, we're developing our place. I've been to Dubai. Right now I'm in London. You know what I mean now? I see the beauty of these places. They were not just done like that. They were not done overnight. People started it. And when we do the same thing, it will be nice, because there's a common saying in Owa, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So when we all come out and do bits and pieces of our things, it will turn a community. Dubai 20 years ago was not like this, but today they've done a lot. So that's the same thing we should all emulate. You know, I see a lot of Africans abroad working, medical doctors, lawyers, even in the police force and things like that, you know, and they keep sending money back home. All I could tell them, empower people back home. If you don't want to empower them, bring in some ideas, you know, bring in some businesses back home, invest and leave it there. You don't need to exchange money back to where you're coming from. What you're doing is still there. So there's something we call multiple source of income.
Yes.
Let Naira make Naira, and dollar make dollar, pounds pursue pounds, and you live a better life, and you'll be happier.
What you're speaking to is something very important. Many times we send money back just for welfare purpose. Maybe we're paying school fees or sending somebody feeding money, pocket money. But sometimes a lot of that money is not going into investment, it's going to consumption completely instead of into production. So what you're saying is, as Africans in diaspora, we should focus more on creating employment opportunities, production opportunities, so that money can be making money, and that way we empower those people.
That's right, you know, because like what we can see right now is this, we can, you know, our people will depend so much on the government, you know, but the government has done what they can for us. So it's time for us to support the government, you know, let them understand if a government have done roads, done some basic amenities, let's bring our own part and grow our economy, you know, because when we come to the diaspora, to the West, we don't depend on the political section. We do our own thing.
We hustle.
So that's the same thing, the same mentality we should bring back home. You know, we should encourage our politicians. We should let them do what they are doing, and not look at them like our leaders. They are not our leaders. You know, they are supposed to work for us, but because of that mindset of seeing them as leaders, you know, we are not working. We think that the government money is for distribution, whereas it's for development. So we should bring our own impact, and that's where we can now have a strong voice in talking, and that's how I see things.
Okay, that's brilliant. So you've advised Africans in diaspora. I want you to speak to the African in Africa. So that young man, that young boy on the streets of Awaken now, watching this video, maybe sitting at home or on their phone, watching this video now, and they are looking at this man that has achieved so much, that is their brother, their relative, and they are thinking, oh, what can I do to be like this person? I want to be like this person. What is your advice to that boy?
What I will advise my brothers back home and sisters back home is this, you know, try and look what you can do, you know, and nobody is created with an empty vessel. There is something in everyone that they can do. So write a business proposal to your brothers abroad. Let them invest in you and let them be trust. You know, let your word be your bond. When you say you're doing this, do it. You're not losing anything because you're going to grow. If you're a welder, let your brother invest in your welding. If you're a teacher, let them invest in schools for you. Whatever you do, ask them for an investment. Don't cheat them. Don't take away from them. But whatever you're taking from them, you are the losing end because they have their businesses abroad. Like for me, I run a company abroad. I actually run 2 companies abroad. I'm into real estate, I'm into aviation. And when you cheat me and think you're taking from me, you actually at the losing side. Yes. Because I am comfortable where I'm coming from. But when you encourage me, they will do better. Because when you do something well and things are being brought to you, you are investing on these things. And you grow faster. So they will let them take us as an investors. And they as the businessmen. So they will grow than thinking about taking from us and just spending it and living flamboyantly. Let them do something. Like for a car, for example, where I'm from, you know, we don't see laborers anymore, we don't see mechanic workshops anymore. They should go into working, doing these things, and let us invest in them. And at the end, we'll all come back together and smile. Because I say something, I keep saying it, no matter where you go, you definitely come back home. And again, they want to come abroad. There is nothing much abroad. Whatever they think they are doing abroad, they want to do abroad, they can do it better at home. Because we left because there was nobody to invest in us. But we are very willing to invest in them. So if they give us that opportunity to invest in them, we'll all grow and we'll all be happy. So all I'm telling them in one word is sincerity. let them be sincere, and let them come that short of trying to take advantage of people abroad. Because at the end, they are the losing end.
Okay, that's really, really good advice, because I mean, you're just hitting the nail on the head, like every single point. I mean, I don't need to repeat what he said. He said it very brilliantly. In case you didn't hear, just rewind this part and listen to it again. For those Africans who are in Africa, our brothers and our sisters, we love you very much. Those who are abroad, they want to do many things. In many cases, they cannot find someone to help them do those things because they're not physically there. Like I said, I'm not going to repeat what he said. Just rewind and listen to that part again. So, Mr. Collins, thank you so much for all you've said so far, and thank you for doing what you've done so far in Ikaland. Like you said, you're employing 100 people at the moment, about 100 people, in that facility. I mean, I stayed there recently and I saw a lot of people working there, whether it's the waitresses, whether it's the cleaners, and I spoke to the GM as well, and I must say you have a fantastic team there. Everybody seemed very upbeat, smiling, you know, working. I was chatting with people. They all seem like, it seems like they share your vision, and a few times I will hear them mention our chairman, even though you were not there. So that shows me that, you know, you have this relationship with them even though you are far away. So how do you do that?
Yeah, the thing is this, you know, FountainHead is actually, we don't see them as staff. We see ourselves as family. So when we are having meetings, we say FountainHead family. And I let them understand what if something happened to one, it happened to all. So we are all partnership in growing a business. As of now, we're trying to expand FountainHead to other places. And one thing I will say about our growing people is this: let us understand one thing, that truth is a key factor. You know, in FountainHead, everyone believes that there's room for them to grow. You know, I let them understand that you're working for me today does not mean that you're going to work there forever. But the manner in which you work for me today is the same manner in which people are going to work for you. You know, they're not because I worked for people too. You know, when I traveled abroad the first time, I didn't have the opportunity to work back home. I traveled the moment I left university, and I go home and did all kinds of things to survive. So like that's why I tell people that coming abroad is not as easy as they think. You know, the first time I came home, our parents back home got married, got settled, and they live a faster life. Even with the economy hitting them, but they all live faster life. So and now that they have us, I will repeat myself: take advantage of your brothers abroad. Don't cheat them. You are cheating yourself. You make them upset, they will cease giving out. But when you make them happy, like homes that you build for yourself that is costing you 10 million naira, build it for your brother at the same cost. Don't take advantage of it, because stolen money never lasts. It always disappears. You know, once you have that key, that is the same way we're treating FountainHead. Like the people who started working in FountainHead are still there. You know, people tell me, Collins, how are you doing this? Because there is love. You know, my staffs, I see them like my brothers, and we see ourselves like one big family, and we share the same dreams and the same vision. And that's one thing that is keeping FountainHead today. So I don't have to sit down in FountainHead to make FountainHead work. They all know we all share the same vision, and that's what it is.
It's really good, really good. You know, I mean, you need, because you're not even there. Even when you're there, you need a team to share the vision. So I think when I stayed there, I saw evidence of that love there, definitely. So I know you shared a bit of your traveling abroad. So obviously we're in London. We happen to be meeting in London. I know you're based in Canada.
That's right.
So how do you compare London to Canada?
You know, London is the heartbeat of Europe. But Canada, we have the London and the American lifestyle put together. We have a lot of system alike, and the only difference is the road in London is so small, and everything tends to be small, you know. But all the same, it's a place that is nice, and we just came out from eating the African food. I just saw one food I never ate before, the bole or
the abula.
You know what I mean? So London is near home, and it's nice being in London. And it's nice also meeting you. And I want to thank you very much for the clip you did in FountainHead. That was really touching. Myself and my wife will keep watching it over and over again, and it's really surprising that you could do that. And the love you have for a car, people will grow. You know, and I know that any man that loves where he's from grow.
Yeah.
You know, and I wish you the best, and I know that what you're doing, because God in His infinite mercy is a God that don't make mistake. Him making us a car is for a reason, and we should be proud of it. And I like when you say all about a car. It makes me really proud that someone that shared the same vision like us is there. Like our governor, he loves the car, he loves Owa, and we wish him well, and we know that everybody that loves the car will definitely prosper.
Yeah.
And so thank you very much for loving the car.
No worries at all.
You know?
No worries, because that's the inspiration. One thing, even growing up, I noticed that Eka people are very proud people. They are proud of their culture, their heritage, and their land. And so for me, I've always wanted to showcase the land, and that's what, even when I heard about your hotel, I want to showcase good things.
Thank you.
So those people who are watching as well, if you have the means, please create good things. I will come and showcase it. You don't need to call me. If I hear about it, like I flew down. It's not because I didn't go on holiday to just go and chill out. No, I actually flew down to Nigeria purposely for this project to showcase a car land as a whole. And of course, you'll see many more videos coming of many places. So I need more things to showcase. As I'm here, I need more things. So please give me more things to showcase.
Showcasing an car man.
Yes.
You know, I'm an car man coming into London. Meeting a man like this is nice. I'm meeting other car people is really nice, you know, and I say thank you. You know, and there's something about me that I didn't say with FountainHead staff. I'm always saying thank you. You know, everything people do, I appreciate people a lot. I appreciate
the appreciation goes a long way.
And they will tell you in FountainHead, my speech starts with thank you and I end with thank you. And that same thing is what I'm telling you today. Thank you for what you did. And after this video, I'm going to put it on my status. I'm not a man that does status a lot. I'm going to do that, and I say thank you for what you did.
No worries at all.
And I appreciate that a lot.
No worries at all. You've done FountainHead now. Obviously, you're still a very young man. You're my elder bros, but you're still very young man. So we always pray that there is always more. So my question is, what is next?
Yeah, we're doing FountainHead Asaba.
FountainHead Asaba.
Yeah, and by the grace of God, it's a new thing, and it will unfold. You know, and all I could say is this: let the people, let's keep loving ourselves. Let's support everything in the car. Let's show love in everything we do, and God Almighty will increase us. And again, although it's not a political thing, let's support our politicians for them to do the right thing and for them to lead us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because they are the pacemakers. Once it's well done, and we support our own. You know, in everything, let's try and support our own. You know, be able to tell our own the truth and be able to encourage our own. Once we do that, you know, a car land we showcase around the world. And let's always show love in everything we do. Let's caution ourselves with love and treat everything we do with love. And that's one thing that I know that will go a very long way in a car land. Let's hold love, like my father said. And konye domute kona here. So let's do you know. So that is it. So let's keep the car. Let's do everything the car to showcase the car to the world.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for meeting up. It was an impromptu something, and you agreed to meet up straight away. Obviously, you have nothing to hide. You called me my brother and said, "Oh, let's just meet up." And so, thank you very much. It's really an honor for me, and you're an inspiration to me and to many people who are watching this. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate that.
Guys, we're running this up now. If you have not liked this video, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like the video and share it with the rest of the world. Share it on your WhatsApp, share it on Facebook. Let it go viral. Let's share our own. Who is going to do it? If we don't share our own stuff, who is going to do it? Let's share it.
Let's share and click.
Click the like,
and
subscribe.
And share. You know,
actually, I think tell them yourself.
You know, the thing is this: we keep talking about loving in the car. If we are 1 million people in the car, let's have 1 million share and like, and that's the only way we can showcase a car. Let's stop hiding ourselves. Let's be proud of ourselves. Let's be proud of what we do. So I say, let this video go viral. Everybody should subscribe, click and share. Okay, and God Almighty will click and share you too.
Amen. All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, bye guys.
Bye.